Rip Rogers. Rogers accompanied at ringside by Miss Brenda Britton.
Wendell Cooley out of Milton, Florida, taking on the Hustler Rip Rogers. And this should prove to be an interesting match. Rogers, of course.
And in the last couple of weeks, I've had the chance to go to some of the arenas in and around the Southeastern area, see a lot of old friends, make some new ones. And I have noticed, Charlie, that the fans at the arenas tend to hold Miss Brenda Britton in a little bit of ill regard. They have a pet name for her that I will not mention on television out of courtesy to her. But she doesn't strike me as being the most popular young lady in the Deep South.
She is not thus far upon her tour of the Southeastern area. She has not been successful in making a lot of friends, we'll put it that way.
In against Wendell Cooley of Milton, Florida, and we saw his brother on television last week. And I tell you, when you get a chance to see a young man in his first professional match, I remember years ago when I was very young, I got the opportunity to see Rick Gibson in one of his first matches, and I remember the impression that made on me. Wendell Cooley struck me much in the same way. Here's a young guy that's got it all. He's strong, compact, and most of all, this young guy can really, really wrestle, Charlie.
And he, right now, is doing a good job of that against the Hustler Rip Rogers, former United States Junior Heavyweight Champion.
And speaking of that championship, I had the, I hate to call it an opportunity, but I had a conversation with Hustler Rip Rogers right before the start of television, and he seems Cooley, a high leapfrog, sweeps his man. Good body slam from Wendell Cooley, and there's a little bit of what I was telling you about this young guy. Rogers seems to be possessed with the idea of winning the United States Junior title for, frankly, an unprecedented fourth time.
That's something he has got his work cut out for, as far as I can see, with Johnny Rich. Because Rich, I tell you what, he's one of the toughest to ever have that belt around his waist, I guarantee you that.
In the ring now, Hustler Rip Rogers and Wendell Cooley. Cooley with the advantage. Off the fire ropes, takes an elbow from Hustler Rip Rogers as Miss Brenda Britton lends her 2 cents to the action going on in the ring. And Rogers, nobody can sell him short. He tends to back off a lot of times from his opponent in the ring, but when it gets right down to it, Rip Rogers can fight. Nobody's denying that. And the man has a basic knowledge of the scientific aspects of the sport.
Snapmare takedown, and it's right almost into the throat. Almost into the throat of Wendell Cooley, right in the upper chest area. Rogers now taking his man back up. And good reversal by Cooley, but Rogers again, Rick.
Oh, there's that all-important edge that Rip Rogers holds in this match, and we talked about it week after week, but it still holds true. We're talking about experience. And Rip Rogers is right on his man. He's trying for the body slam, and Cooley's weight takes him down. A count of 2 on a very surprised Hustler Rip Rogers.
Rogers now taking Wendell Cooley. Good reversal by Cooley again, but there, Cooley caught hard with that knee of Rip Rogers, and there again, experience.
And Rip Rogers, of course, in winning the United States Juniors. Right, small package from Cooley.
2 count.
A count of 2, and that's the 3rd time that Hustler Rip Rogers has found himself in quite a predicament.
And it's Cooley backing Rogers into that turnbuckle. Ooh. Going to the air. Good drop kick. Good connection by Cooley. Now grabbing that side headlock. Look at this. Oh, man.
Hustler Rip Rogers catching Wendell Cooley off that second rope. A vicious belly-to-back suplex. That's the surprising thing about Rogers. He can be at the disadvantage and always come up with something. Trying for that full Boston Crab now. He's got it locked in tight. And when you got the crab on like that, there is nothing to do but give up.
It is over.
Wait.
It is over. Wendell Cooley defeated by the Hustler Rip Rogers.
We have a little company here at the desk. Johnny Rich.
Can you get Rip Rogers over here for just a second?
Wait just a minute, okay? Mr. Rogers.
Johnny Rich and Jacques Rougeau here at the desk.
Let me tell you something. You know, Jacques Rougeau has brought it to my attention that Rip Rogers is a little bit heavy in the midsection there. I think he might be done got out of his class a little bit for this U.S. Junior Heavyweight belt. And I've got some scales, Jacques. We've got some scales here. And just to show you that they're accurate, Charlie, if you'll look at the scales here and watch me weigh here, come out to about 218 there.
218.
Right up,
Indeed it is.
How about
In fact,
would you like to get on these?
You're about 7.
Now, we might want to remark for the benefit of the fans at home,
Weren't you 7 pounds?
225 is the weight limit for the junior title.
Get these people out of here and I'll weigh.
All right, gentlemen.
Did y'all?
You put the scale back there. Hey, put the scale back there.
All right. To avoid any disturbance, let's give him some room here.
I know what I weigh. I weigh 225 pounds. I know what I weigh. I don't have to weigh.
Would you mind stepping on the scales?
Get these people out of here and I will.
They seem to be...
Hey, I think, Rip Rogers, you're just a fat boy and you don't make the class number.
All right, Jacques. Okay, everybody's back, sir. And Charlie, let's see if we can get around here to go ahead.
See right
Wait
there.
a minute.
Oh, no. No.
Come here. You didn't weigh. Back on this
You may have a little guilty. Step on the... Wait a minute. Do you want a U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship match with Mr. Rich? You do get on the scale.
If you want the championship, nobody look at on the scale.
Hey,
That's just what I thought, Charlie. That's what I thought.
230 pounds. Too heavy for the junior lightweight.
230, about 231.
Wait a minute.
231 is...
There's be no title shot for this
231.
belt tonight, baby, because he's overweight. I knew. Jackie was absolutely
Hey,
right.
you can take as much boots as you want off. You better take some fat off first, boy.
Now, back in the days when Danny Hodge was the world's junior heavyweight champion, they moved the weight limit up from 218 to 225, but it is most definitely 225 pounds. The top,
That's not enough to make any difference.
even with one boot off at 228, he's still 3 pounds overweight.
I think we've seen enough. That's 228. That's 228.
Johnny Rich is afraid of me, and the Captain Cupcake, Jacques Rougeau, he's messed in my business.
We're gonna
And anybody who messes with the Hustler Rip Rogers is in trouble.
We're gonna check this out. The man's overweight. The man's overweight.
Take a little more.
I'll tell you what, let's do. We'll get on the phone.
Yeah, big gold and a billfold, so swole that I can't get the shit closed. So I money fold and rubber band wrap, and when it pop, bitches sound like a hand clap.